What's up, bums? We're gonna do this quick. We're gonna do this quick week one review. I'm not gonna wait for nobody to jump online. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and y'all can catch the replay. Let me throw my headphones in there. Let me go get my beats. Let's see if the beats work better. Let's see if the beats work better. Can y'all hear me? Somebody type something on the screen. Let me know if you can hear me. Hold up. Let me connect to them. We in week one. We had a couple. What I'm gonna do each week, as long as I got the time, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over some of the games of the week, some of the results, things of that nature. My trusty hat. All right. So what we got here? First of all, the biggest upset this week. We're gonna have to go with. We're gonna have to go with the Panthers versus the Saints. So we got Daewoo, who is no shade at Woo, but he one of the ones that don't usually do too good in the league. So the Woo took on the Saints. He took his ass down 21-14. Even had a play that made the Woo even had a play that made the top five plays of the week. So he put that thing on the Panthers. We had a game of the week was the rematch, Super Bowl rematch. So you had bum ass Bucks against the Jets. Let me tell you. So I watched that game, right, and I'm watching it. He had a chance to win the game, but instead of winning the game, he played like he normally plays. Like he'll go out there, he'll try to take chances, go for it on fourth down when other people wouldn't, and shit like that. So instead of him kneeling the ball out, he tried to run the ball. I mean, try to pass the ball, throw an interception, and then after he threw the interception, cuz he couldn't stop dude and went for the hit stick at the end of the game on the last pass. All he had to do was make the tackle because the Jets didn't have any timeouts left. All he had to do was make the tackle. He didn't make the tackle. So since he didn't make the tackle, dude scored a touchdown. Game over. So Bucks went down again to the Jets. That was the game of the week. A couple other games that stick out in my head. We got the Cowboys destroying the Seahawks. That game was real lopsided, 27-3. You got Dale versus Phil. The crazy part is Phil threw three interceptions. Three interceptions. I'm sorry, Dale threw three interceptions and no touchdowns. And he got Ross back there, Ross out there wide out. So that just goes to show, them skills is really dependent upon Ross. And if Ross don't get any touchdowns, that dude don't do no good. So then we got what was another good game this week? I lost. So my game was I would consider that an upset. I lost to the Chiefs. I couldn't get shit going. I lost 10-7. Chiefs played good. I played bad. I couldn't get I just couldn't get my shit going, and I intercepted him 4 times, and I still couldn't win that game. I kept punting and punting and punting because I couldn't get my offense together, so couldn't get that shit rocking. Who else took some L's this week? Who else got some? Oh, the Ravens beat the shit out the Raiders. I don't know what's going on with you, Mike. How you gonna lose 49-0? He almost dropped a 50 burger on your head in week 1. You gotta get that shit together. Let me look at your record over the last couple years, man. You've been, I don't think you had a winning season yet, cuz you can't just be in this joint laying down and shit like a cheap hooker, giving up victories every week. What was your record week last year? I'm looking at Daddy Leagues right now. You was 2-14. We need to turn firing coaches on. You was 2-14. You was 1-15. Come on, Mike. You gotta do better than this, cuz you gotta at least compete, man. And 3-13. So you haven't had a 5-win season yet. That shit is so unacceptable. Raiders. We might have to turn on firing coaches for that shit. And we got who else had a good game this week? We had the Jaguars versus the Colts. So that's cheating ass Reggie against slick complaining ass Leo. So Reggie beat him 28-27, but Leo sent me a video of Reggie hiking the ball before his man stopped when he running in motion. I believe what Leo said. The video was grainy as shit, but then he sent me a YouTube joint, and it looked like the dude was in motion. So I sent Reggie a text letting him know, hey man, you gotta be careful. Our rules, you gotta let that man come to a stop before you hike the ball. So he ain't let that man come to a stop. It looked like, I don't know if that cost him the game or not, but yeah, that 28-27, Leo lost to Reggie. That's Jaguars beating the Colts. Man, he threw for a lot of yards that game. What else we got out there? What other good games? The last 2 games we waiting on is the Eagles versus Falcons, which I think the Eagles will win that game. And then we got the Broncos versus the Giants. That game hasn't played yet either. Let me see if I can make that come back. And it's blurring out. There we go. I think the Broncos going to beat the Giants too. Giants been sucking ass. He come in 4th place every year in the NFC East. So who else we got? What other good games was this week though? We had another tight game against crying ass Jay and PA Post Dante. Dante beat him 28-24. Let me look at these stats. Let me see if anything stick out in these stats. Oh, okay. I see Dante ran that ball with Bell. Bell ran for almost 10 yards of rush. It was like 8 and some change of rush. 14 rushes for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I would have to say that's probably why he lost. He was running that cheese on him. 28-24. Steelers beat the Lions. Jay know he got to make the playoffs this year. We can't let Canty get on his ass again, and he missed the playoffs. What else we got? We got the Cardinals destroying the fucking 49ers. This dude Roach cannot play. 41-3. Destroyed that dude. 41-3. Damn. That's crazy. What you do that for? I thought y'all was homeboys, Roman. You ain't supposed to be fucking that dude up like that. 41-3, guys. You couldn't let him get like another field goal. 41-3, huh? Let's see. Who else we got out there? The Bears and the Vikings. That's the toughest division right there. You got that NFC North. All these little division games really matter with the NFC North. That was a tough ass game right there. It was 26-17. Bears won. Bears came out of nowhere. Bears was one of the newer people to join the league. He's never been with anybody from this group. He's doing work. You know what I'm saying? He's doing work. He's kind of shifty there, to say the least. So that was a good little win. Bears over the Vikings to start off 1-0 in that tough ass division. We had the Dolphins beat the Bengals. Then they got into a cat fight in the chat. It was a little cat fight going on about play calling and being sim and not being sim and all that shit. Uh, if they don't stream the game, I can't comment on it though. So if you got issues, Bengals, stream them games so we can see them. If you ain't streaming the game, it ain't really much we can do to see if somebody breaking rules or if they doing something that's out of character for the league or something like that. What else we got? Patriots beat the Titans, but that was expected. Titans been playing like shit too. Titans just like the Raiders. They both, the Titans and the Raiders. Let me get that back in focus. The Titans and Raiders been playing like shit. The Titans and Raiders been playing like complete shit. They're gonna have to do something, man. Step their game up. Get a winning record at least one time. No hate though, no shade. I'm just stating the facts. No shade, just stating the facts. All right, who else we got out there? And we got the Texans. The Texans beat the Bills Mafia. So Bills Mafia been, he used to be with us, back in the day in the other league. So, he been talking a lot of shit, man. He was talking a lot of shit about the Bills Mafia and his draft and all that shit, but that shit didn't iron out too well. Quarterback threw 5 fucking interceptions. So you're gonna have to get that shit together. And you got Odell Beckham, only 4 catches for 40 yards. I know he old as dirt right now, but his attributes are still pretty good. Where you should have more than 4 catches with Odell Beckham Jr. He's still sitting on 99 overall, man. 95 speed, 95 acceleration. So if you ain't gonna use that man right, holler at me. I need that guy. Let me get him. Shit. Who else we got out there? We went over the Patriots, Titans, Panthers, and Saints. We went over. Falcons ain't played yet. Oh, and the Packers and Rams. That was a good game too. So the Rams, CJ, I don't know, man. CJ's so inconsistent. But CJ's been, he'll have some spurts. Like season 1, he did real good. Then he missed the whole draft season 2. And then he played decent, but then he come back now. I think he missed the draft this year too, if I'm not mistaken. So CJ not putting in the time and attention. But I mean, it seems like he's getting these wins, and the Packers are a perennial playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good first week win. CJ beat him 17-10. That wasn't too bad. But again, the name of this game was turnovers. The fucking Packers threw 5 interceptions. Like 5. That's crazy. 5 interceptions, and all CJ put up was 17 points. That's almost worse than me picking off. That is worse than me picking off the Chiefs 4 times and only putting up 10 points. So week 1, no real big surprises except for the upset. The Saints upset 2 of them. The Saints upset the Panthers and the Chiefs upset the Redskins. Other than that, everything went as planned. We get these last 2 games out the way, and we can see what's up with Advance. I'm looking to Advance early tonight. Advance supposed to be 10 p.m. East, but I think I'm gonna get to the Advance early if these games get played. All right, so that's the week 1 review. Week 2. I can't even see the schedule. They won't show the schedule on Daddy Leagues unless I go individual teams. And to be honest, I don't feel like doing that shit. So I would give a preview of week 2. Next time I'll have that shit pulled up on the computer so I can give a preview of the next week. But I hope y'all checked out the plays of the week. I'm going to try to do that every week as long as we get these games in, as long as y'all stream the games. If you're streaming the games, and then when I go see if people are viewing the plays of the week, I do the plays of the week more often. It looked like we had like 20 views. So, that's over half the league that went and looked at them. I just do it for the league's sake. So I do it so the league can, have something else to be, so the league can have something else to be involved with. The league can, make it a little interesting, a little interactive and shit like that. So, yeah, that's it right there. That's week 1. Good week. We advancing early. See you bums week 2.